So welcome to this video where I'm going to be focusing on the Elektron Machinedrum and a little kind of workflow kind of thing that I do to, I guess, generate infinite amount of drum kits. The version I have is the Mark 1 UW, but I guess this would work for any of the Machinedrum variants. You don't have to have the UW version on it. The real kind of secret sauce to all of this is one of the machines. It's the Ctrl All Machine. So I'm going to be able to use this to manipulate sounds and jump in and out of different things. And I'll try to explain a little bit about what's going on as we go. So this is the beat that I have. So far so good. And there's two modes on the Machinedrum. There is the extended mode, where you get access to all of the features that you'd associate with Elektron sequencers, like trig locks, parameter locks, etc. And then you've just got classic, which is just like a straight up drum machine with no kind of parameter locking on this mode. This is kind of important for the workflow that we're going to go through. So with the Ctrl All Machine, I have this in extended mode because I want to be able to use the parameter locking on it and live recording. What the Ctrl All Machine does is that when you move one of the knobs here, I'll just get this a bit closer, so you might be able to see a bit better what's going on. Camera skills aren't great. Okay, so on the Ctrl All Machine, it's got 3 pages, same as all the other machines. And on this one, it allows you just to control the first knob on all like 15 other channels. So for instance, all of the machines are kind of set up a tiny bit differently from each other. So on the bass drum, on this particular knob, it's pitch, but on the snare, it's a different parameter. On the next one, it's pitch. Next one, it's pitch. There's a couple of different ones in here, and you get the idea. It's varied up. But with this one, it doesn't matter what it's controlling. This knob will control what it is on that particular channel for that particular parameter. And the Ctrl All Machine works as you sequence it like any other machine. You have to put trigs down in the sequencer. So I'm going to clear this out for now. I'm going to play my sequence. So note here, what I've done here is I've muted the Ctrl All Machine. Okay. And then I'm going to keep that muted for now. I'm going to just start programming the sequence. 16 notes. Now I'm going to go into live record, and I'm just going to play around with the parameters here, and you'll start to hear the sound kind of change. Where that's going for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play the sequence back. I still have the Ctrl All Machine muted, so the last bit of kind of live recording and parameters that these 16 steps or 15 steps picked up, that should still be in the in here in the Machinedrum. You should be able to hear that. And I'm going to enable the Ctrl All Machine. Changing again based on the values that we're recording with Ctrl All Machine. And I can mute and unmute this. So I can do this as many times as I want. I can catch it at different times to catch the values that are in there. Essentially then what I can do, as I mentioned earlier, classic mode doesn't include the parameter locks and that functionality. So what you can do is you can take this kind of crazy sound that I've just made, and I can just go into classic mode. And it will retain everything as it was on the last value. And essentially now I can go into any of my patterns And essentially, with that parameter locked new version of that kit. And then what I can do as well while I'm here is, if I like this, I can start maybe tweaking the parameters on this one. Okay. That's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and save that. New kit 62 in the bank. And then I can kind of jump back to where I was. So I was on E11. And now when I go back into extended mode, extended will save with the last kit that was assigned to it. So we should then hear this kind of kit changing. I should hopefully be back to the start, or back to at least to a version of where we were a bit previously. Different kit, so I'm going to do the same kind of thing again. This is muted, I've got a Ctrl All Machine on there. I'm going to clear this pattern out of here. And this time I'm only going to put one down every second step. Same thing applies. I'm going to play around with some of the parameters. I'm going to maybe leave the tune knob off this time. Sometimes it has a tendency to get a little bit wild. So here we go. No real rocket science here, just twisting things. What I didn't do last time, what I can do this time is maybe go in and play with some of the filter settings. Machine is still muted, so we're not necessarily going to hear the effect of this yet. Maybe some of the effects well. Distortion, reverb. Okay, alright, so let's hear how that sounds. It's just on every second step now. The Ctrl All Machine kicking in. And again, I can just mute and unmute this now. It's just a matter of where you catch it on the mute and unmute. Not bad. Trying to find this. I'm going to have to mute with certain things. Hear what else is going on. And what I can also do is I can, I'll go into classic mode with this one. Or maybe not. I'm going to classic mode on this one. And say for instance I want to maybe keep everything else the way it was, but maybe I want to make the kick stand out a bit better. Go in and edit the kit. Just pop in a fresh bass drum. And then get straight back into it. Sequences actually have been patterned in. It's like completely different with each kind of new iteration here. Yeah, like that one. Save that. New kit 63. pitch this time. Program some new steps into the Ctrl All pattern. I've just manually do some of these. Why not? Just live recording. That's it. Maybe go give it a try if you've got one of these machines.